NFL cuts are in. Not a great day for a lot of people that wanted to see their dreams come true, and some guys that got to get back out there and put in a little bit more work. We're going to go ahead and break down some of the most notable cuttings that we've seen today. Y'all know we're going to talk about it and break it all down, but you got to hit the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back here to another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve Vo. So if y'all tuned in, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Steve O, what's the word, man?
That's good.
Hey, we got a lot of notable things going on around the NFL ahead of the cut day. It actually just ended about 45 minutes ago at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Steve-O, we seen a number of trades being made by the Eagles. We seen a trade happen where Kenny Pickett was going, and then we're gonna start off with some of the notable cuts around the NFL. We got Hendon Hooker being cut from the Detroit Lions. I ain't even gonna lie, it's one of those notable ones, but I ain't even gonna hold you. After seeing them in the preseason, I was like, yeah, brother, it don't seem like you developed into at least being a backup quarterback. And then my man's Desmond Watson, big man down there in Tampa, never played on the field, never really worked out with the team. They said he needed to lose weight. He's out of there. Then we got Shiloh Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, safety. Cam Akers is a surprise one. And then just to give you another one before we continue, Deontay Johnson. Go ahead and give me your thoughts about that short list right there.
Not shocked about any of them, to be honest with you. Deontay Johnson is like Nate Robinson when it comes to the NFL. He's been on every team you can think of, so he's just trying to find a place he can stick at. Desmond Watson is a weird situation because, quite frankly, he shouldn't been even been playing SEC football. Nobody should be playing that way. It's like you're not. If you've seen him play, he can't move. He's strong, but he's not strong enough to do anything because he's not movable. He's not nimble. He can't move. I don't know why they even entertained this situation. I don't know why they even brought him in as a professional just to say get your weight down. To me, that's just like, what was the point of doing all this? But Shiloh Smith. I mean, we already knew it was going to be kind of difficult to make a squad at safety position, especially going undrafted the way he did. And then you see what transpired in the games that he did have. And then his last impression was stealing off a goddamn tight end. So I knew it was going to be a long shot of him making the squad. And Cam Akers, when you're a running back and you kind of get on that decline, it's kind of hard to dig yourself out of that hole. So, he's still you can still get quality minutes and quality reps out of the guy. So I'm sure if somebody go down, he's going to be looked at based on the things he's done in the past. So, outside of that, most of these people, I'm not shocked at that, to be quite frank with you.
Yeah, man, I think that right now is just it happens, bro. It happens around the NFL all the time. Another surprising one was Mecole Hardman.
Yeah, that caught me off guard.
He got cut from Green Bay Packers. Yeah, that one caught me off guard as well because Mecole Hardman, I was thinking that the Green Bay Packers can utilize his services because they got so many damn wide receivers they can't catch. They led. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but these guys was ranked at least at the top of the league in drop catches. So you would think that they'll probably try to work with a Mecole Hardman, but then it necessarily didn't work out. Steve-O, another surprising cut from the Green Bay Packers. Isaiah Simmons, linebacker who was formerly with the Giants. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But from what I heard from Green Bay, he was finna come out here and go crazy. And yeah.
I ain't too shocked about Isaiah Simmons because He's one of those guys, like, you're not shocked that he keeps getting chances because he's a freak athlete. He can move sideline to sideline. He has
Right.
the perfect size for a linebacker. The problem is he don't have the smarts. And you can if you're not going to be able if you're not going to be a disciplined linebacker, you're not going to be on the field.
Yeah. Fair enough. What do you think about Hunter
That's
Renfro getting cut?
shocking.
I thought that he was on
That's
his way
shocking. Like,
back.
I don't know the production he got out of things, but like to just looking on the talent that they already have, this motherfucker's not running routes better than him. Like, if anything, I still feel like he could have been a bailout for Young down there because, like I said, especially short intermediate routes, that's him all day. And we already know Young can make
All day.
he can make those young passes all day to him. So you got two legitimate big dogs on X and Z. You got some slot guys, in which he was going to be one of those slot guys. To me, I didn't. That was, if I have to say, the most shocking one of the day. Hunter Renfro not make it on the fucking Panthers was crazy to me.
Yeah, I agree with you because I think a short yardage situations, you know what I'm saying? You said that short and intermediate routes, but what about putting touchdowns in the end zone? Yeah, you can utilize that skill set in the end zone when you
That's in the
absolutely
red
need to
zone.
cash in simply because how great of a route runner he is. And the crazy thing is that I didn't even know that he was out of the NFL because of a
Mm-hmm.
health issue. I thought that he was just cut and let go, but he's been out because of a health issue. He tried to make his way back after being cleared or whatnot, but obviously he still got a little bit more work to do. And I'm interested to see if there's anybody else out there that's going to take a chance with him. So yeah, we'll see. But Steve-O, it's a number of cuts that have happened. It's a number of players that have been placed on IR, at least to start the season. We got Tajay Spears out of Tennessee and Joe Mixon on IR. Brandon Ayuk will be placed on IR, and that's just a number of guys. What you think about those, man?
Ayuk and the running back from Texas. I don't know why his name is in my head, but it's not Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Those gonna hurt. Especially, I feel like out of the two, I think Mixon's gonna hurt the worst for Houston because I think a lot of those times we seen the offense struggle. Joe Mixon was that guy that to push it forward and to bail them out and keep the drive going in a lot of those situations. And I don't really know what they backup or their running back room really look like, but we all know how dynamic and the type of leadership that Joe Mixon brings and the type of energy that he brings. So, I didn't like hearing that. And then just Brandon Ayuk, that's right now, that's the only wide receiver they got. So I
Literally.
mean, don't get me wrong. The white boy out there is nice. Don't get me wrong. He cold, but yeah, Ricky
Pearsall.
Pearsall. But he
Mhm.
ain't Brandon Ayuk until he proves himself. But hey,
Yeah.
this will be the year where he's gonna be the guy because outside of him, the talent is limited.
The talent is limited around there. I look at all these situations that it is just the start of the season, but I understand for the 49ers, they got, I think, like the second easiest schedule in the NFL. I even lost my mind when I heard somebody say that they're a Super Bowl contender because I was like, what are we smoking today? What are we
Oh,
smoking today? And I was just like, come on, bro. But back to the Joe Mixon, I think Houston, like my man Jay Capone just put in the chat, I think they should be good for 4 weeks with Nick Chubb. I think
I
they
didn't know
should
they
be all
got him.
right.
That's a
And
good. That's a good move.
yeah, Nick Chubb is over there. Yeah, Nick Chubb is over there. Hey, Nick Chubb, credit to him for constantly battling back from these damn knee injuries, which is crazy. Now, you hope that he can be able to carry the load and be able to hold on to some of that a little bit. But CJ Stroud said that he's going to be sharing some of those reps with Dameon Pierce, which is a good thing
And
because you don't want to
Damian
put
and
too much
Damian
on
Pierce
Nick
can still
Chubb.
play.
Yeah. So I think that that's important to have, but at least Nick Chubb to be able to fill in for those first 4 weeks because you definitely need to be able to stack wins early and often as a football team. So I think that's very, very important moving forward for the Houston Texans. And I think they got a chance. I think they win the division, me
I can see
personally.
that.
Bro, I had somebody, I ain't have nobody, but I heard a talking head, a national pundit say that the Tennessee Titans can win the division.
And people in hell, it can make snow angels, nigga.
Hey, but some other notable moves around the league, Steve-O, is Saints named Spencer Rattler their starting quarterback. What you think
Makes
about that,
sense.
bro?
Tyler didn't look like he was ready, and Spencer looked like he was more ready. But by week 6, Tyler shows going to be the starting quarterback.
Man, you say about week 6? It could be a possibility. I think that they definitely can see what happens with that situation. I think that's one of those situations where you'd be like, hey, y'all could have literally drafted another quarterback, even though that quarterback looked ass in his last preseason game. I'm just saying. I think it would have been at least a decent option to allow, because if y'all ain't know, I'm alluding to Shedeur Sanders. And I would have said that, hey, at least he would have gotten more reps than he has gotten in Cleveland. And then you would be able to see that he's very well on that level with Spencer Rattler and Tyler Show. So that's just my belief. I could be wrong, but I believe that he could have been right there in the thick of things competing for that. Now, Steve-O, another move made by a team today was Dillon Gabriel, named QB2 for the Cleveland Browns.
He earned it.
You said, hold on, let me put it out there. You said that my man's going to throw it all away. How you feeling today, though, about
He
it?
didn't. I thought he was going to go out there and try to, because of the headlines and who was in there, I thought he was going to try to go out there and make a name for himself. But he just played within the offense. And Kevin Stefanski does a lot of similar things that Oregon does, and getting the ball out quick, making a couple reads here and there. And he did that for the most part. He did that more efficiently than the rest of them, especially with them trading Pickett. I think everybody's seen down the pipeline who was going to be the number 2 quarterback.
Yeah, I didn't even see it happening. So kudos to him, because in his last preseason game, he looked really, really good. The ball was out on time. He went to the right places. So hey, that's who we talking about, Crimson. Dillon Gabriel from the Cleveland Browns. He's backing up Joe Flacco. Look, I didn't see him beating out Shedeur. I didn't see him beating out Kenny Pickett. But hey,
I
he proved me wrong.
Being Kenny. I seen him being Kenny. Kenny don't need to be playing quarterback no more. He need to go fucking be a coach somewhere.
Probably, because hey, that's what has transpired over the last few days, and you got to give it to him. He proved a lot of people wrong, so you can't be mad at that, and you take it for what it really is. My man's Tommy DeVito, down in New York with the with the New York Giants, has been cut from them, so the Giants go into the season with Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Mr. Preacher Man, and Jackson Dart. Steve-O, how long you think before Jackson Dart start, bro?
Week 8.
Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. They can. Check me if I'm tweaking. You, my brother, let me know. I think they're gonna be able to steal some wins this season. I'm not saying they're making the playoffs. I'm not saying that they got to go out there and shock the world, but I think they're gonna be able to smack some teams in the mouth. And it's simply just because I believe the defensive line is slept on. I believe their defensive line is slept on. You got Brian Burns, you got Abdul Carter, you got this inside, and you still got D-Law. We ain't been talking about D-Law.
And that's the meanest nigga on that goddamn flag.
Bro, and Brian Dable, I know the record don't speak for it, but the man can coach. I believe he can coach. That's just my belief. I know the record don't show everything
like next to lines. It's like Philly, Cleveland, them.
Like, defensive line.
Like they up there, bro, in the top 5.
Yeah, and I think they got a lot of people, because a lot of people saying that that team can finish 4th within their own division, and I think that they could definitely finish 3rd.
I wouldn't be surprised they fuck around and make a wild card. Not gonna lie.
That'd be crazy. What up,
BLJ? Like either with Russell or Jackson, if both of them just play competent, it's possible.
Yeah, I think that
I
'Cause they
like the
got some
running
pieces
back
over there.
Tracy they
I like
got.
what
I
they
like I like just the two they
Yep.
got Theo Johnson. I like some of the players that they got over there.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. I think that they could be very, very
But
challenging. Steve-O, talk about the Washington Commanders staying up in the staying within the staying in that division. Can't even talk. Staying in that division, bro. Do you think the Washington Commanders defense could potentially hold them back? Oh, they did pick up Von Miller.
man,
Still got Bobby Wagner.
Bobby's
You know what
still
I'm saying?
balling, but you ain't gonna get too much out of it. Yeah,
Von.
but their defense was still humming at times. Like I like don't get me like even though they lost that game against Philly, the motherfuckers was playing. So like I like I don't know if the defense can hold them back. I just would have to say the defense and offense got to be on at the same time, at the right time.
I agree with that. I think it's gonna be a tall task for them. I don't necessarily have them going to the NFC Championship game simply because I
Oh
have
yeah,
the
we got tape on
Rams
that
as
boy
long
now.
as Matt.
It's different.
Yeah, I think the Rams and the Eagles for a rematch, but this time in the NFC Championship game, as long as Matthew Stafford can stay healthy. So, and I also think that like my thing is within the NFL talking points, bro. I get that quarterbacks have a good season. I do, but it was his first season. This is his people who anointed him top 5, and I'm like, can we wait a little bit first? Can we wait a little bit first so we can get more of a sample size? One season is just not that good enough for
Colin
me right now.
Kaepernick should have
So
taught
we got to.
everybody a valuable lesson because that was the year that made me realize. I'm like, bro, I told everybody, I'm like, he killing right now because we don't know this dude. We have no tape on him. Watch next year when everybody got tape on him. And ever since then,
Yep.
that's the case whether they've gotten better or not. Whether they be going on to be a leader out the league. That second year is always different, no matter the quarterback.
Facts. I just think that is one of those things where you just be like, hold on, bro. Hold on. Because CJ Stroud, even in year 2 last year, he had his ups and downs.
Well,
You
not
know what
a
I'm saying?
step back,
Austin
but
Fields.
stats wise.
Yeah, it was just an up and down season for him. It was an up and down season for him. And then like the way that the season, went, they had to ultimately say, hey, my OC, Bobby Slowick, is not doing well enough for, coming up with creative things. And when we talk about Cliff Kingsbury, that has been a slight on his resume. Year 2, creating more, opportunities and being more creative to switch certain things up has played him throughout his coaching career. Now we can take a step back and at least say now he's an OC, he's not the actual head coach, but that still lingers a little bit until proven wrong.
Yeah, he still got to show that he could be more creative.
Yeah, bro. So, but yeah, those are y'all notable cuts and notable moves over the last 24 hours, man. I don't know if you want to talk about the Lions releasing the offensive tackle Dan Skipper, but Teddy Bridgewater came back from coaching and took him a job. He a backup now for the Bucks, taking Kyle Trask's position. Yeah, definitely seen that coming because Teddy Bridgewater is really like that. You know what I'm saying? Might not be an everyday starter, but if you need him to come in for a couple games, if Baker Mayfield get hurt and just needed a couple games, Teddy Bridgewater can hold it down. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, bro.
But hey, you got anything else, bro?
Nah.
But hey, that is it from us, y'all. We gave y'all your notable cuts and moves for the last 24 hours around the NFL. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Stay in tune. More NFL news are on the way. We putting in this work right ahead of the NFL season, man. Hit that like button and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always love football. And y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.